Hello and welcome. I'm the Candyman, and in today's video we are breaking down the best community quirk skills in State of Decay 2. The goal of this video is to show you the quirk skills that most positively impact your community. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting off our list at number 9 is comedy, which provides 2 morale to your entire community, and then a 100% increase to standing rewards, as well as pop culture knowledge to that specific survivor. Now, the reason this quirk skill is at the bottom of our list is because although, the morale boost is great, especially when it impacts the entire community, the rest of this quirk skill leaves a lot to be desired. For example, standing rewards. I'm never a huge fan of standing rewards, just because they make the game a little bit harder, a little bit faster. And then pop culture knowledge really only comes into play if you have a drive-in theater or if you have a lounge, the most upgraded lounge. It'll allow you to do an action or two that boosts morale for a limited time. So, like I said, this quirk skill has limited impact. Taking the next spot in our list at number 8 is music, which provides 2 morale to your entire community, 100% increase to standing rewards, 25 influence per day, and then finally, knowledge of the arts. So not much really separates music from comedy, so you can make an argument really for 8 and 9 to be flip-flopped if you wanted to. But really the big difference to me, or I should say the big enough difference for me, is the fact that you get a little bit of influence daily, which is always nice. Sneaking into our countdown at number 7 is painting, which provides 2 morale for your entire community, 25 influence daily, and knowledge of the arts. Now, this is almost an exact carbon copy of music. The only difference being is that it doesn't have that increase to standing rewards. So real quick, not to get too much into the, why standing increases are a bad thing. Essentially, your community has an overall standing based on the cumulative standing of each one of your survivors, and this actually directly impacts the difficulty of the game. So long story short, it basically makes the game a little bit harder, a little bit faster. So that's why I typically recommend against any sort of standing rewards increase. Next up at number 6 in our countdown is bartending, which provides 2 morale to your entire community and then knowledge of both alcoholic beverages as well as cooking. So of course, anything that provides morale boost to your entire community is obviously a good thing. And then these 2 knowledges are super helpful as well, especially if you do a lot of work at stills in terms of like creating a bunch of alcoholic drinks for trade. Makes you a little bit more efficient. And then the same thing with cooking. It'll just help you produce food resources at your kitchen just a little bit more efficiently. Jumping in at number 5 in the countdown is Ikebana, which provides 2 morale to your entire community, 10 influence daily, and the knowledge of both the arts and gardening. So once again, with this quirk skill, your morale is boost for your community, and then having a little bit of influence daily is nice. Also, we talked about knowledge of the arts previously in the countdown, but knowledge of gardening helps you be more efficient when it comes to potentially producing food or meds at things like farms and gardens. Coming in at number 4 is sleep psychology, which provides 4 morale for your entire community, as well as 2 beds. So obviously this provides a bigger morale boost than any of the other previous skills on the countdown. And then on top of that, it doubles down on helping morale by making sure you have extra beds, because if you don't have enough beds for everybody, you will get a morale penalty. Taking the number 3 spot in our countdown is sewing, which provides a 1 item increase to your max item stack, 10 increase to your max health for your entire community, and then knowledge of craftsmanship. So anything that affects your vitals in a positive way, so health and stamina, is obviously such a huge asset to any community. But on top of that, this skill also adds on the additional item, so you're able to carry an additional consumable or throwable for most items. Taking the second spot in our countdown is making coffee, which provides a 25% reduction to fatigue severity for your community, as well as knowledge of both cooking and coffee preparation. Now, you can definitely make an argument for flip-flopping making coffee with sewing. I completely understand that. But what really put me over the top for putting coffee ahead of, or making coffee, I should say, ahead of sewing is the fact that it affects severity of fatigue. So it affects stamina instead of health. The reason why I mentioned that is because so many actions in this game require stamina. So running, dodging, climbing, fighting, anything. As opposed to health, which just makes you a little bit tankier when it comes to fights. So that's what really pushed me over the edge when it comes to that. And then, of course, we talked about cooking earlier in the countdown. And then coffee preparation. If you are somebody that prepares coffee or has an additional outpost that has a espresso stand, it can make things a little bit more efficient for you. And finally, sitting at the tippy top of our countdown is Hygiene, which provides 50-point infection resistance to your entire community, as well as 10 max health to your entire community. With managing blood plague infection being arguably one of the toughest tasks in the entire game, anything that provides protection for your entire community is huge. And then, of course, it also helps to have the vitals boost of getting more health for your entire community as well. If you want to check out more tips about State of Decay 2, be sure to check out our Apocalypse playlist for more. As always, spread the love, spread the positivity, and I'll catch you the next one.